Suddenly, a deafening explosion roared outside the hall. Cameras trembled. The room plunged into stunned silence. A giant screen flashed breaking news. Iran has launched missiles on Israel's Dimona nuclear facility. Raisi gripped the microphone and thundered, "This is Iran's resolve. Now the world will witness our strength." His voice sent shivers through every heart. The theater of war, a tale of a global summit. In the Grand Hall of Geneva's International Center, an emergency summit was underway. Leaders from across the globe had gathered, their faces captured by cameras recording every breath, every glance. Billions worldwide watched the live broadcast. The agenda: the escalating war in the Middle East, U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran, the looming threat of the Strait of Hormuz closure, and its impact on the global economy. The air was thick with tension, as if a storm was about to break. No one knew how this day would be etched into the annals of history. On one side sat U.S. President Donald Trump and Israeli President Benjamin Netanyahu, their faces resolute, their alliance unspoken but palpable. On the other side were Iran's President Ebrahim Raisi, China's President Xi Jinping, North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un, Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and Afghanistan's president, aligned in a tense row. The hall was so silent that the sound of breathing echoed. Trump seized the microphone and spoke in his characteristic brash tone. "Iran is a threat to the world. Its nuclear capabilities and sponsorship of terrorism must be stopped. We've struck, and if needed, we'll strike again." His voice carried a challenge. Netanyahu nodded in support, adding, "Iran has fired missiles on our cities, Tel Aviv, Haifa. We will not stay silent. Our defense is our right." A chilling silence descended on the hall. Some leaders bowed their heads. Others exchanged wary glances, as if bracing for an impending storm. Then, Ebrahim Raisi rose slowly from his seat. His eyes held a strange calm, but his fist clenched, as if restraining centuries of pain. He walked toward the stage, each step drawing the world's gaze. He lifted the microphone and took a deep breath. "Iran is no small nation," he declared, his voice resonating through every corner of the hall. "We have endured oppression for centuries, yet we have never bowed. You attack our cities, destroy our homes, and then call us the threat." He looked directly at Trump and Netanyahu, fire in his eyes. "Your weapons are forged with our blood. Your factories run on our oil, our resources, and now you dare threaten us." The silence in the hall was deafening. A journalist's pen dropped, the sound echoing. A cameraman wiped his eyes, as if unable to bear the weight of the moment. Raisi continued, "We have decided to close the Strait of Hormuz. It is our right. If the world wants oil, it must first deliver justice to our people. Our mothers, our children, our martyrs, they do not fear your threats." Suddenly, a deafening explosion roared outside the hall. Cameras shook. The room froze in shock. A giant screen flashed breaking news. Iran has launched ballistic missiles on the U.S. airbase in northern Syria. Screams erupted in the hall. Raisi gripped the microphone tightly and thundered, "This is our response. The world will now see that Iran never yields." His voice carried such intensity that every heart trembled. Chaos erupted in the hall. Some leaders leapt from their seats. Kim Jong-un stood abruptly, a strange smile on his face. "North Korea stands with Iran. If war breaks out, we will fight with full force. The world will witness our strength." His voice carried a threat that reverberated through the room. Xi Jinping calmly raised the microphone, his voice steady but profound. "China seeks peace, but we condemn the attacks on Iran. They violate the UN Charter. If war comes, the entire world will bear the consequences." He glanced at Trump, as if issuing a challenge. Shehbaz Sharif spoke next. "Pakistan has never allowed its soil to be used against others. We stand with Iran, but we also strive for peace." His tone held resolve, yet carried a plea for the world to avert war. Erdogan's voice boomed, "Stop spilling Muslim blood. Iran, Palestine, Yemen, oppression is everywhere. Turkey will not stay silent. We stand with our brothers. His words pulsed with passion, as if awakening an entire nation. Mohammed bin Salman nodded, but spoke cautiously. Saudi Arabia desires peace, but we will protect our interests. His words carried a measured tone, as if weighing both sides. Afghanistan's president spoke last. We have seen war. We know its outcome is only destruction. But if attacks on Iran continue, we will not sit idly by. His voice carried the weight of years of suffering. Trump raised the microphone again, but his usual bravado was absent. We want peace, but Iran must stay within its limits. Netanyahu tried to speak, but the hall's uproar drowned his voice. At that moment, a female journalist stood and shouted, "Do you all want war? Do you realize billions will die?" Her question silenced the hall once more. Every leader looked at her, as if her words had pierced their consciences. Raisi responded, "We don't want war. We want justice. We've promised our people we will defend them. If the world stands against us, we will fight alone." His voice held unwavering resolve, yet a pain that touched every heart. "Thank you," from one story. At that moment, a video went viral on social media. An Iranian woman whose home was destroyed in recent attacks was sobbing as she watched Raisi's speech. "For our children, for our future, this man is speaking," she said. The video was viewed by millions within minutes. Outside the hall, protesters gathered chanting, "Stop the war" and "Justice for Iran." BBC dubbed Raisi's speech, "a moment in history." On TikTok, a Pakistani youth declared, "This isn't just Iran's voice, it's ours. We stand against oppression." But Raisi sat silently in his seat. A storm raged within him. He thought of his country's martyrs, its children, and the mothers fighting daily for survival. He whispered to his aide, "This is just the beginning. We have much to do." That night in Karachi, a teacher showed Raisi's speech to her students. "This is for all of us. We must raise our voices," she said. Her students clapped, and one girl added, "Sir, we stand with Iran." The next day, tensions escalated. News broke that Iran had received ballistic missile components from Chinese ships at Chabahar port. Yemen announced attacks on U.S. naval fleets in the Red Sea. Pakistan's military was on high alert, and Field Marshal Asim Munir was rushing back home. The world held its breath, awaiting the next move. Raisi told his aides, "Our message is clear. We demand respect, not mercy." His words carried a power that inspired all. He received a letter from a schoolgirl in Tehran. "Dear President, you gave us a voice. I want to be a doctor, and because of you, I believe I can achieve my dreams." Raisi's eyes welled up. He held the letter close, thinking, "This is why we fight." That evening, a rally in Ankara saw people holding placards of Raisi's speech. A Turkish woman declared, "This isn't just Iran's fight, it's ours. Speak out against oppression." On the summit's final day, Raisi took the stage again. "Our story is not one of weakness, but of resilience. We don't seek pity, we demand respect. Our children's dreams, our mothers' prayers, our martyrs' sacrifices, they fuel us. We will fight, and we will win. Thank you." His voice shone with a light that touched every heart, radiating hope. The hall erupted in applause. Some leaders stood. Xi Jinping nodded, silently endorsing him. Erdogan shouted, "Allah is with Iran." Outside, protesters sang as if celebrating a new dawn. Raisi returned to Tehran, greeted by millions chanting, "Iran Zindabad." But he remained silent. In his heart was a vow. "We rose, we fought, we will win. This is just the beginning. Thank you," from one story. That night, a Yemeni boy watched Raisi's speech on his phone. He told his mother, "Ami, this man speaks for us. One day we'll be free." His mother hugged him and said, "Son, hope is alive." The summit ended, but its ripples continued. Protests erupted worldwide, with people demanding an end to war. Some nations began talks for new agreements with Iran. Raisi's speech echoed in every language, every country. A new dawn had begun, but all knew the real war was yet to come. In his office, Raisi wrote a letter to his people. "Our journey is not easy, but our resolve is unbreakable. We will build a new world, one of respect and justice. This is our promise." He signed it thinking, "This is not just a story. It's our reality."